Hey guys, how's it going? It's the end of the day. Enjoying a Cuban round. They're made by the Venture Company, same as like the Cuban Rejects. I think I did a video on that a few days ago, just kind of showing you the two of them. Nothing special. They're a $2 stick, but they're not bad. You got your natural wrapper. I'm trying to find my lighter. And they're good for just an everyday kind of mild smoke. They don't change a lot as far as flavor profile goes. Very, very bland, to be honest. But when you want something that's just easy, just a quick, relaxing, easy smoke, something that's not really going to break the bank. You don't want to break out. I don't know what happened there, but you don't really want to break out any one of your nice ones or whatever. You can pick up a 3-pack of these for like $6. The only real drawback is they smoke pretty quick because they're very dry. They do come in a sealed pouch, but yeah, they're dry way before they go into that pouch. But again, I've left these in my humidor, one of my plastic tubs with the round button humidifiers, and the humidity in there is like 85, 86 for a few days, just to kind of get a little moisture into these, just so they have some flavor to them, just a little bit, and they don't just crunch and crackle. Can't hear that because when you first get them, you can hear the wrapper kind of crackling a little bit, just a little bit. But now that I've let them sit in really high humidity, they've soaked up some of that, and it's kind of relaxed them a little bit, I guess. See, no spice, even though on a lot of the descriptions on the websites and reviews they say they've got some spice in them. I don't get any spice out of them. I get a lot more spice and pepper out of the Cuban Rejects, which made by the same company, same kind of, I believe it's Nicaraguan leaves on both of these, but the Cuban Reject gives me a lot more spice and a lot more pepper. That's why I kind of like them a little bit more in the morning, before my mouth's kind of wore out from the day of, smoking. Because, see, I quit smoking cigarettes about 4 years ago. And I was a pack and a half, 2-pack a day cigarette smoker. And I'd never really gotten into cigars then. I'd never really been into pipes, even though I had a few pipes. And I'd tried pipe tobacco several times. And it just took too much time. I'd rather just smoke a cigarette in 5 minutes and be done. That and, I'd get done smoking a cigar or a pipe, and I'd immediately want a cigarette because I wasn't getting near the amount of nicotine you get, from a cigarette in your lungs. Well, like I said, it's been about 4 years since I quit smoking cigarettes, and in that time I haven't really had any. I've maybe had like 3 to 5 bowls through one of my pipes, and that's about it. Until a few weeks ago, well, actually, no, be a few months ago now. Oh, it's been a long day. Sorry. I kind of got into cigars, and I started with like the Swisher Sweets and the Black and Milds. Just because they're cheap, because they're what, 80 cents a pop, maybe, just to kind of develop the thickness, or not a thickness. What am I trying to say? The develop my palate a little bit more, because they all taste like crap. And I know as my palate develops a little bit more, I'll be getting more flavors out of these. I can kind of smell a little sweetness and sometimes a little bit of like leather in the Cuban Rejects, but I'm not really getting it on my palate. Even with a retro hell, which I can't really do. And like when I try to do it and blow it out my nose, it burns so bad in my nasal passages because I'm just not used to smoke anymore. But hopefully that'll change. And that's another reason why I'm buying these cheap sticks and smoking them is, I'm not getting a lot of flavors out, so why am I going to smoke my $10 Monte Cristos that I have, or my AJ Fernandez, which I do love the AJ Fernandez New World line. I do get grass and hay out of the Cameroons. I can get some flavor out of that one. So once my palate develops, I'm sure it's going to be a punch in the face, which I'm going to love, because I love those grass notes and I love those hay notes in there. And, it's also great I decided to go with a cigar tonight, just because I didn't feel like packing up my pipe. I'll show you my pipe collection at some point. I'm developing quite a few. Got a lot of crowns that I've recently purchased, which they're great for $35 to $50 a pop. I mean, you cannot beat that for a briar pipe. I mean, sure, it'd be nice to have a high dollar, like a $70, $100 Savernelli or something, but I can't really afford that on one pipe when I can buy two or three for that price and have them in rotation. So I go with Crowns, and I really like them. I've got a lot of pipe tobacco that I'm going to be trying. Like I said in my first video, this is not going to be a review channel or anything. This is kind of my vlog of my journey through the tobacco. I'm now done with those nasty Swisher Sweets and those Black & Milds, all that paper. No. Once I started finding these where I don't get, just nasty, that foul, bitter taste on your tongue, even if on the flavored ones, it just is horrible. This leaves a very clean taste in the mouth. I don't even really need to drink anything with this Cuban round. It's just so mild and smooth, For me, you may find it disgusting. It may taste cheap to you, but, my palate's not developed. I'm just trying to save a buck or two here while getting used to it, No sense like I said, no sense wasting expensive cigars when I can't really taste all the nuances in them anyway. Or some of my pipe tobacco, because I've got quite a few that I've ordered that I really want to try. One I have is from Four Noggins. If any of you have ever tried Hobbit's Weed from the Tewksbury Company, you got to try this. It's their Hobbit's Weed clone or facsimile. It's near dead on. And of course, they don't make Hobbit's Weed anymore. I think it went out in 2013. I've still got a little bit left. Unfortunately, it has fermented in the container, so I'm getting a slight sour note in it. That's really disheartening because I really loved Hobbit's Weed. That's one of the few that had just the flavor on point for me when I was smoking it, several years ago. But this clone is dang near dead on. I mean, from memory, things are always going to be a lot better than they were. So I hold Hobbit's Weed here really high in regard. So obviously nothing's ever going to truly compare, even though this mix may actually be spot on. But I don't know, I just felt like coming out here, smoking a cigar, getting on camera. During this whole lockdown and everything, I haven't really been out much in the past 2 months, really. Of course, I got sick at the beginning of last month, and then right as I'm getting out of the hospital, here comes the lockdown and here comes the virus. So I've made a few trips. I go to the grocery store, once a week. Try to limit my time there. I try to get in, get out. But this is also kind of just for me to have an outlet because I'm not doing anything. I'm not going out. I'm not, socializing at all. So might as well get on YouTube, make some videos, rant and ramble, and maybe you guys somebody will find some usefulness out of this. Plan to do a lot more vlogs. We're just talking about my day, what I think about things, what's going on, kind of a podcast style vlog. Of course, people like it, great. If you don't, well, I'm just kind of doing this for me, really. Just something to do, an outlet, I guess. And maybe, maybe you'll learn a thing or two. Maybe you'll find it interesting. I don't know. Today was really rough, though. I keep snakes. Well, I've got two pet snakes. And one's a rescue. It's a ball python. I got it from a pet store that it was surrendered to. And the pet store didn't know how to keep ball pythons. They didn't have any hides for it.